So basically today I just wanted to talk to you about why this simple budgeting method will change your life, because there's so many different things that it can help you with. And there's lots of advantages to using the cash envelope method. It helps you to be more aware of your spending habits. It helps you to be save more money faster. It helps you from overspending, those impulse spends. It also helps you not to worry about overdraft fees. However, if you're not keeping any kind of cushion in your account, your checking account, if you're like me, you forget that things are coming through, and then that's not a good idea, because then you can have an overdraft fee. But it makes you a lot more deliberate on your purchasing decisions. It requires pre-planning for your purchases, so you're not just like buying stuff in the spur of the moment, your impulse purchases. There's some disadvantages too that I'll talk about later, but I just wanted to let you know that why this is such a good system. And I'm going to talk to you more about how to budget, how to do these things in my next video. This video, I just kind of wanted to go over my situation and how it's helping me. And basically, it's helping me to save and to be able to have a savings and a security that's going to help me in the future. And also is a fun way to save. It makes it really fun. So without further ado, we'll get into all of that. And then on the next video, I will go into how to set it up, how to get started, and what you should do. Start doing these videos to explain to you why it's never too late to start budgeting. I am almost 59. I'm a grandma, have one child who's 34, and she has 2 children and a wonderful husband. And I just wanted to explain to you about this simple budgeting method that's going to change your life. It's never too late to start budgeting. And if you watch YouTube, there's a lot of people on YouTube that are doing the same method, and the reason why everybody's doing it is because it really works. It's called cash envelopes, which is zero-based budgeting. It's kind of loosely based on Dave Ramsey. And I'm a very visual person, and so I like to have my money in my hands. Sorry, I forgot to say hi. I like to have my money in my hands. I like to be able to, not just spend it mindlessly. When you have money in your hands, you don't want to just go and pass it out to everybody that you see. But when you're using a debit card, it's really easy to keep swiping that debit card, and pretty soon you spend so much money you don't even realize what you're spending it on. And I think it's really, really important for people that are on a low income like me, but it's also important for people on high income. You really need to know where your money's going. You need to put your money to work. So I have no savings. I have no house, no emergency fund, or anything like that. So how does somebody like me end up with something like this, to be in this situation? And really, it's very, very easy. There's tons and tons and tons of people that are in my same boat. And it's really important to take control of your spending habits and control of your money to help you to be in a more secure place. So what happened to me, I'll explain that, it's not gloom and doom. It's actually a miracle. So in 2000, I got diagnosed with a blood disorder, which is called essential thrombocythemia. And it just means that my body makes way too many platelets. It never stops. It just keeps making them over and over and over and over and over. So what happens is after you have essential thrombocythemia for a while, your bone marrow is what makes your platelets, so it just keeps making them and making them and making them. Well, it eventually causes scar tissue in your bone marrow, and that's called myelofibrosis. And so I've been on oral chemotherapy medication for almost 23 years. In April it'll be 23 years. So that makes you tired, and you know, it's kind of hard on your body, makes your hair fall out, but luckily it keeps growing back in. But anyway, so that's what's caused me to be in this situation. There's been years when I couldn't work, a couple years at a time, and then other years I've been just fine. And so just been trying to work and stuff, but I never really budgeted my money like I should have been. So I did pretty good for a little while, and then I kind of got into a jam. I did not have enough money to pay my car payment and my rent and car insurance and phone. And so I ended up having to borrow some money from my sisters. Different months, I borrowed $1,000 from each of my sisters because that's how much my bills were. So I have 3 sisters. So now I owe my sisters $3,000. So that's one of the things that I need to pay off, but I'm gonna work on emergency fund first. So then I'm gonna start using my cash envelopes, and I'm very grateful that my sisters could help me out and get me out of this situation. But now I owe them money also. And I couldn't find a job anywhere. I applied for over 20 jobs and I couldn't find anything. Nobody would hire me. I got 2 interviews. Anyway, so I just was having a hard time. So I decided I'd start door dashing. So I thought, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, but I am, and I'm doing just fine. So I started door dashing, and it's really not so bad. The only thing bad about it is that there's a lot of snow outside. We've had so much snow. It just piled up everywhere, so we have ice. But it's not really that bad. I mean, I can't stand in one spot because it hurts too bad, like to be a cashier. So door dashing is perfect for me because then I can just drive to where I need to be, go into the restaurant, go out to people's houses. I don't know if you know exactly what door dashing is. Most people do. If you hear cute little footsteps, it's my doggy. It's my Ralphie. He's walking around on the floor. But anyway, so I've been able to earn some money through that and being able to pay my bills. And so that's how I'm working on that. I did get, since I started door dashing, I did get sick. And I also, sorry for the shaking, the other dog just hit the camera. And I broke my big toe. That was not fun, but anyway. So physically I can't lift anything, so it just hurts too bad. So I just don't do that. So door dashing is actually working out great for me. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. I'm gonna talk a little more about all the things that I'm doing with the cash budgeting and things, but I just wanted to explain some things in this first one. So basically I do the cash envelopes and I do savings fund challenges. And at first I couldn't understand why anybody did those. I just thought that was kind of stupid. Like, why are you putting it in these funds and then you put it in another thing to pay your bill? I just didn't make much sense. But then after I started trying it, I thought, oh my gosh, this is really fun. So it makes it fun to save instead of just, okay, here goes to my car payment, here goes to rent. And it's actual quick gratification because you're putting that money right into your envelope. You're coloring off your little icon, and it's very visual for me. And then what I'm doing is all of my savings funds that I'm doing that just make it fun, I'm gonna put all of that into my emergency fund because I'm trying to build that up first. And then after I do that, then I will pay my sisters. And they said that was totally fine. They wanted me to get an emergency fund first. That way I didn't have to borrow money from them again. And also for my sinking funds, I'm trying to save for my bills coming due and save up for my wants or needs, you know, my very variable expenses. So here's my financial goals, can't talk. The first thing I do is take 10% out for tithing. And of course that's variable because it depends on how much money I'm making. I want to save my emergency fund to begin with to at least, you know, start at $1,000. And So like I said, all my savings challenges are going to go to my emergency fund. And these are the challenges that I'm doing. I'm doing a $1 savings, so every time I get a dollar, I save that. I'm doing zero out, and that is really fun. I learned that from Rochelle Adamson, where you, in your bank account, I'm doing it once a week. So every week, whatever change you have left, let's say you have $42.15 in your bank account, then you take out the $2.15, trade it over to your, or transfer it over to your savings account. So that's helping you start building your savings. I also am saving all my change. I haven't had much change because I kept using my debit card instead of using cash. And I'm also doing some other ones. I got some freebies from Lisa Grateful Me, and I also got some from D versus Jet. I bought her YouTube sub challenge, and then whenever I have any extra money, I can add it to other savings challenges. And I really want to work on a month ahead, because like right now I'm like paying, okay, I'm still trying to pay for this month's car payment when it's already this month. Does that make sense? Like I'm paying February car payment and it's already February. I want to be able to have all that ready before in the month before, like in January, be able to pay it all for February. Anyway, so here's my bills. So I pay $500 a month in rent. My utilities, internet, streaming services, and food, etc. are zero. I live with my daughter and they pay all of that, which is very nice, and I'm very grateful for that. My car loan, I pay $304 a month. And thanks to my mom, before she passed away, she co-signed for me so that I could get 5%, because my credit score is crap from just being sick and bills and all that stuff. My car insurance, so Geico, I've been with Geico for like 12 years, and they just kept raising it every month. So anyway, it got up to $140 a month, and I haven't had a wreck or even a ticket, and I don't even know how long it's been, at least 15 years, maybe 20 years, I don't know, a long time. So I decided to change to a different company. So what I did was I changed to Progressive, and I I paid for 6 months in advance, which was only $276 for the 6 months, which is way better than paying $140 every month, of course. So I did that. I got that all changed over. And then also my phone. I had Xfinity Mobile, which was good, but I finally paid off my phone. Sorry, that's my daughter's German Shepherd working. I was trying to get my dog to play. Hush, Gertie. So I changed this to Mint Mobile. So I've paid my phone off already. So I want to change to Mint Mobile. It's only $15 a month for 4 gigabytes, which I barely use every month. So that's really good. So I only paid $57 for 6 months, and I got that paid off. So now I don't have to pay that. This is due again in July, and the car insurance is due again in July. I don't have any credit cards, thank goodness. So no debt there. I do owe $3,000 sisters. No, I owe $3,000 to my sisters that I really want to get that paid off. But I'm going to save the emergency fund first, which is good. So here is my income, is only from DoorDash, and it works out pretty good because my car gets 32 miles per gallon in town, so that's pretty good. So gas is crazy. It went down to $2.99, and now it went all the way back up to $3.69. So I was spending about $30 to $35 on my gas each week, but last time I filled it up, I think it was $37. And anyway, I'm starting my YouTube channel, and I started an Etsy store. And that's called Grandma's Budgets. And I also sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I've sold a lot of my craft supplies and things on there. And so I've gotten rid of a lot of those things, just things that I don't use anymore. I also have jewelry supplies that I need to sell on there also. And I've been selling, my sister gave me a bunch of pants, jeans. And so I've been selling some of those on there. My sister and I also started a jewelry Etsy store. And so that's on there too. That's called Eliza Rose Jewelry. And then of course I'm doing Fetch. That doesn't get you money, but it gets you, you can get cards and things like that. So for my sinking funds, the 10th every month my car loan is due for $304. First of the month my rent is due, $500. I need a sinking fund for car maintenance. I had to buy a tire not too long ago. My tire blew, so I had to get another tire. And then I due for an oil change, and then my registration is coming up in June. And then I already filed my taxes, but my taxes for my door dashing equaled 108. Well, after I took out the gas, not gas, but you know, it's like 65 cents per mile for your driving your car for your job. So I ended up getting $202 back, $203 back, but I owe 48. So anyway, I already got that back, so that's good. So that's helped me with this month's car payment. And then I already told you about switching my phone to Mint Mobile and my car insurance to Progressive. Oh, it's $286 is what it was. And then I eventually want to start beauty because I really need to start taking better care of myself. And I do need some more shirts. I need to take Ralph to the vet just to get his nails clipped. And I really like to go with, sorry about that, my daughter's dog keeps trying to get my dog to play. My dog is going to be 5 on Valentine's Day, and he's not really into playing anymore. But her dog is gigantic, but she's not even 2 yet, so she's always wanting to play. Anyway, sorry about the interruption. My entertainment is basically just going, I like to go out to like lunch or dinner with my family or friends, and I love to go to the movies. I don't go very often, but I do like to go to the movies. I usually go either on senior night, senior day, or matinee. Anyway, there's, I want to go to Education Week. That's in April, and that's a thing for it's through my church, but you go and you learn all kinds of things, not just religious stuff, but also how to do all kinds of things, you know, your marriage, your children, your financial, your spiritual, your everything you can think of. They have classes on, which is really cool. So you just go for the whole week and you just go to different classes, whatever class you choose to go to. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, it's not very much money. It's like $100. And then I want to have household so I can get toilet paper, shampoo, etc., you know, all that kind of stuff. And then I also want supplies for business. I want to get a laminator and of course laminating sheets. And I also would love to have a different overhead phone holder. I just got like this cheap thing that's doesn't work very well, but it's working right now, so that's good. And then you know, just some other supplies and stuff like that, stuff that I can make and sell on Etsy. That's the reason why I want the laminator, so I can make some envelopes and things like that. So that's basically it for me. And I just wanted to explain that, you know, just like when I got in trouble when I didn't have enough money to pay my bills, you know, luckily I had my sisters. Luckily my sisters helped me out, and my daughter and her husband are helping me out also. But, you know, I want to be independent. I want to have my own thing and do my own stuff. And right now I'm able to DoorDash, and so that's good. So I'm trying to make much money as I can, but I also need to make more money than that. And especially like when I get sick or break my toe like I did, I need to have some other kind of income. So that's where, you you know, this YouTube channel comes in. That's where Etsy comes in, Marketplace, and my other Etsy jewelry store and things like that. Just different side hustles that I can do to make it better, to earn a little bit extra money and be able to be financially free. So when I was younger and I was making good money, I never saved it. I never put it in a savings account or anything. When I was younger, when I was in my 20s, I didn't even have a bank account. And so that's kind of sad, but true. Anyway, so I don't want to end up where I can't pay my bills and I don't want to be in the same situation that I was when I had to ask my sisters for help. So that's what I'm working on. That's why this can save people's lives. It can save my life. You know, I don't want to be negative, but you know, some people end up homeless because they don't have anybody to turn to. They don't have anybody to go to. And even when you have lots of money, you still should be budgeting so that you can save for when, you know, you never know when you might need it. You always have that cushion. It's stress relief when you don't have to worry about, oh, how am I going to pay the rent this month? How am I going to buy groceries? How am I going to do this or that? So whatever. But the other thing is too, is I forgot to mention, is that I have been getting food stamps, which is very good, which has been very helpful to me. Also, in Utah, that's where I'm living right now in Utah, I cannot get medical because they say that being terminally ill is not medical need. So I can't get any kind of Medicaid here. They do have this program that's like, what they do is a spin down depending on how much money you make. But, you know, it's over like $100 a month, which I'm not making all that much anyway. And I'll go over that in my next video, how much money I'm making. But then the problem with that is it doesn't cover my oncologist. It doesn't cover any kind of specialist. So that's what I basically need it for. I hardly ever go to the doctor unless it's something very severe, or I go to the oncologist every 6 months. If my blood's bad, then I go every 3 months. But if it doesn't pay for the oncologist, then what's the point in paying $100 a month, right? So anyway, so that's the deal with that. And I'm actually a very positive person. Doesn't sound like it on this video, I'm sorry. But anyway, I don't want to explain this every time. So I'm just wanted to tell you guys this problems that I'm having and things so that I can move on to some nicer things and savings and how it's working and how good it's doing for me. And so I just wanted to talk about it in this first one video. And then I will explain some other things too. I also want to talk about, I'm trying to lose weight. I follow All Things Kimberly, and she is working on weight loss. And there's a few others too now that I noticed that are doing too. And so I'm doing that. And then I also will do like some grocery hauls and my, you know, how much I'm spending and like for my household stuff. And then also, you know, just cash stuffing and my monthly budget. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too depressing. I don't want it to be depressing. It's actually a good thing, and it's actually really helping me. So I feel very happy and positive about it. And so I just wanted to tell you about that. And then we'll move on to bigger and better things. And if you would like to follow me on my journey, I hope that you do. I hope that you will watch and see how I progress and how I do better. And hopefully that will encourage other people. And hopefully it will help people to realize that it's not too late to start budgeting. You know, just because you're old or just because you don't have a lot of money doesn't mean that you can't budget, and doesn't mean that you can't start right where you're at, because it's really important to get a hold of all these things, and it will make you feel a lot better and make you feel a lot more secure and, you know, financially secure and emotionally secure. So anyway, blah, 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 I'm dragging on. Sorry about that. So follow me along, and I will link my Etsy stores down in in the description, and I also going to put a coupon code down there for you if you'd like to check it out. I haven't had any sales yet. I just getting started on everything, so if you would like to check it out and like to have 25% off, I'll just put a little coupon code down in there in the bottom, and you can go check them out. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again. Well, I hope you see me again. Bye.